we are back. And thank you for joining me. Uh, let's see, with a title like I put on this one, it'll probably be limited viewership. Cool. This is going to be a little complicated at first, and it's pretty messy still. But I did a bunch of reactions for True Romance yesterday. Uh, I'm really stuck on film, and I don't want to be super redundant here because I say a lot of stuff within the reactions. There's a part one, there's a part two, there's a music reaction to Hans Zimmer, You're So Cool, and then there's this already. So one, two, three, there's four reactions that exist for this story arc, subplot. And what I mean is over on my personal channel, which, it's cool, it's there. I finally figured out what to do with the haters or the Alexes. And I got a little thing going over there, and it's perfect, and I'm not trying to push it, endorse it. I just know how to vent so I can take it off this channel. Then I need some sort of. I want all of this to mean something, if only for myself and personal growth and exploration and all those things that maybe will make me a more rounded and fully realized human being. Well, from the title and from what you'll see in the links below, this really comes down to the whole. I have a reoccurring theme in the reactions about homage, lifting ideas, emulating others, or being inspired, being an imitator, or becoming the imposter. And I hope, if that's my scale, I've never been influenced by anything and I'm just my own person, to I'm LARPing as another individual for an identity. That's our scale. I'm hoping I am somewhere in the middle. Not too much plagiarism, some homage, a healthy love of re-quoting a few classics. Now, I look at it as my favorite. I like comedians very much, and there's a couple of them that use that same technique. Kind of tell here it's watching Norm Macdonald on Conan. Go check that out once, and it's like he's doing these old school routines, but somehow can make it all fresh and still his own. And I don't think you could call him he's influenced by a ton of stuff, but he was his own guy, and bless his soul. I was a big fan. So I've been contemplating all this stuff, and I realized in the two reactions, and there'll be more because I realize I'm going to try to do all the stuff that matters. I thought it was Tarantino, so you'll see a lot of ode to Tarantino comics and some other stuff. But it turns out my first idea was off the mark, because I was confused, and I was trying to mix some current events with maybe a deeper dive into my own personality, as if I was kind of using it all to self-psychoanalyze myself. And it got muddy because I was trying to mix a comic idea, because I switched a picture around and I did some house cleaning, literal dusting, and that got incorporated into the reactions as well. So they didn't just go up. Yesterday was supposed to be a much different day. We're 5 minutes in. At least 3 4 reactions hit the delete, and they needed to be. I wasn't pleasant. I wasn't angry, but I was just. If I'm gonna get all bent out of shape about something, it should probably be my own personal issues instead of always blaming. You know, if a band wants to write lyrics that are kind of a downer or anti this or anti, it's on them. I just have the free will not to listen. So I made some choices yesterday. Miss Fabian should have got up last night, and I should have been a lot earlier with all of this, because there are some metal reactions coming, but they'll be hidden behind a little portal video as well, and then everybody else will get what they're waiting for. So the movies aren't going to be movies. I'm going to spend right now, I'm going to develop a way, I hope, to make something interesting as I reflect upon if the movies just inspired me, if I, imitate them a little, or if I've become an imposter and designed my whole. It's true. Part 3. I just don't want to risk it right now. And playing it in this video because I need some of it to work for the channel. Brad Pitt. This was one of his. This and Thelma and Louise, right? The 2 little side roles, I think, up to this point. I'd have to check. I could be wrong, but unfortunately, him and Clarence. If it was appropriate, I'd have my honey bear out there, but it's not appropriate. But this is the moment I realized I wasn't alone, and it solidified my favorite piece of paraphernalia, if you will, which is my point, is I certainly don't have a bunch of people in my comments saying, hey, you act like, you remind me of so-and-so, Brad Pitt in True Romance, which I shouldn't at all. I'm not that guy, right? But I was influenced by the character he played in this film. And it gets pretty, I don't know. Okay, I personally think it's all interesting because we're almost done, and I'll let you go. You can take the links now, of course. But this comes up from a lot of different stuff, and it should get clarified by the time I conclude this, whatever I want to call it, subplot. Shit. Explain too much, then I get lost. Damn, that does happen to me, because I don't, I'm just flying from the seat of my pants. I did take certain ideas, though. I think this is what I was on, though, is, I was very much influenced. Shit. I'm sorry, everyone. I was so worried about the 10-minute mark, and then whatever I was saying just went out. Yeah. Okay. In the end, I'm going to find out if I am a caricature, if I'm LARPing as, or if I've just been inspired by and paying homage to certain things. From a personal perspective. Oh, shoo! So, damn, at the last minute. So in my comments, I get a lot of responses about people emulating anime characters. I'm sorry that this got so convoluted, like always. Well, that's what really got me thinking about this whole thing. So we're to a point where we have individuals, and that is more than acceptable, who will act out or live life completely as something else. The role, completely. Now, I'm sitting here talking to the camera every day, so obviously I'm willing to play out a role. I'm curious as I go through this if, you know, how much is me and how much is something else, because I don't represent some, archetype of a anime character, but that definitely got me thinking how this scale exists. Zero influence to living the life. And I don't know. I figured I'd try to use a bunch of stuff we got going on the channel, plus this movie, and try to pull it all together into an idea that makes sense. Whew. Okay, there we go. I think that's enough for this. The links will be down below. There's material to start, but it's probably as crazy as this one, because I just haven't figured out entirely how to do this, but I know I want to do something. Refer to everything I just said. Take care.